Welcome to another edition of Saturdays with Skywalker. This mask is not staying up too good. I got it at my favorite thrift shop the other day for 50 cents. Figured, why not? Let's see who's going to be first to show up. Will it be VFFs or trolls or vegan curious people? I can't keep this mask on the whole time though. No, I will keep it on for a while, a little bit. See who shows up. If anybody does. Let's see. My mask is slipping down. Oh no. Well, like I've said in the past, this might be a short stream. I'll give it a few minutes. See who shows up. My glasses are getting fogged up with the mask on. Oh. So I got a new bandana with bats on it, if you can see, for Halloween. I know it's still a ways off yet, but hey, why not? So let's see if anybody shows up. Any vegan curious people are welcome. I'd like to educate people about veganism that might not be aware of some things. I don't know. I shouldn't always have to remind people, but I guess I should. Like I had been doing. That Saturdays with Skywalker's 10 a.m. unless otherwise noted. Oh, we got somebody here. I see. Somebody's watching. Whoever you are, hello. Make sure you have to be over 18. Wow, it shows 12 people. What? Oh, hi, Irma Ortiz. Hi. Are you over 18? Because I specifically put it for not for kids. So if you're under 18, please leave. Hi, Coco. Are you over 18? It's not a hard question to answer. Because I specifically said it's not for kids. So if you're under 18, please leave. I don't need any problems. That's why I specifically say not for kids. Because I don't want to have to watch my language because it's my channel, you know. So are you vegan? Anybody here vegan? Oh, that's good. Yeah, because vegan is the least we can do for the animals. I don't know what you're saying there. Nihal goal. I don't know what you're saying. Because animals don't deserve to be. They don't need to be exploited or commodified or enslaved for any reason. So this might be a short stream. Now it's dropped down to 4 people watching. That's all right. That's good, Irma. Yeah, because we don't need to eat them. We don't need to wear their fur or feathers or skins. We don't need to test on them or for any reason. We don't need to patronize places like zoos and aquariums and circuses and the like. You know, anything that exploits animals. Nope. Because I always read labels. You know, because I look for the obvious, you know, there's the obvious thing, I don't eat animal flesh, but also no dairy or eggs in any way, shape, or form. Meat is disgusting. Anybody who eats animal flesh is disgusting. And we get that. That's why I say over 18, because I know kids swear too, but that person that was just on there is a fucking asshole. He's popped up before and I keep trying to get rid of him. He's a piece of shit. Not you, Irma. This Dr. Evil Carnivore. I hit his stupid remarks. You're fine, Irma. He's been on there before, making stupid remarks. I don't go for that because, I don't know where my VFFs might be somewhere else. My usual people. Oh, I'm from Connecticut in the United States. And what a shit show this country is. And I don't want to talk too much about what happened the other day because he was a horrible person, hateful, he was a racist, a fascist, and every other thing. A very horrible person. I feel bad for the kids that get shot in school shootings, you know, or people, innocent people that are victims of gun violence. Innocent people that don't spew hateful rhetoric. Hi, Brody. You know, I don't mourn for people like that. He's no patriot, and I'm not even going to mention his name because he doesn't deserve it, you know. Hi, Philip. That's what I was just talking about, Brody, that piece of shit that got killed. I don't feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for his daughters. Because he actually said that if one of his daughters was ever raped and got pregnant from it, he would force her to have the baby. Now that's a piece of shit. That's no kind of father. That's what you call toxic masculinity, besides being a racist, a fascist, hateful person. So no gun deaths are acceptable. I think people's and animals' lives are more important than the right to own guns. Yeah, he was, Brody. You said a lot of horrible things like that. Excuse me. Yeah, he was a bad person, you know. Not that I'm celebrating his death, but neither am I going to mourn it because the things he said, he asked for it. Like that old expression, you reap what you sow. And if you sow seeds of hatred, you're going to reap it right back at you. So anyway, I don't really want to waste my breath talking too much about that piece of crap. People like that. Nope. According to him, if you weren't straight, white, and male, you were no good. And women we should not have to subjugate to men. Nope. He thought the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was a bad idea. Well, thank you, Brody. I'll have a good day. It's pretty nice out now. Because even though fall doesn't start till later in the month, technically, as soon as September 1st comes, I consider it fall already. And we're having a nice day here. It's not hot. I don't need my fan or AC on, thankfully. And looks like a good day. Maybe I'll go for a walk later because my feet hurt. Maybe it's better to do some walking. I think it might be the arthritis in my feet. I don't know, sometimes it acts up. But sometimes it's good to exercise, even just walking somewhere like up to the library or something. That's what happens when you get, well, not even really when you get old, because I've had arthritis for pretty much half my life, might as well say. Oh, he just woke up. Oh, yeah. I'm usually an early bird anyway. I get up, do a few things, and eat some breakfast. And I was rewatching The Walking Dead. I'm on season 9 again. This is the third time. Nice weather. Cause see, I can't afford a car anymore. I haven't had a car for several years now, but I either walk places if it's within a reasonable distance, or take the bus if it's further, or sometimes one of my friends that has a car, will take me like grocery shopping and whatnot. Night owl. Yeah. I have trouble sleeping. I even take the vegan melatonin gummies, but sometimes they help. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes I'm up later. Sometimes I'm like a night owl and an early bird. But yeah, I got bats on my new bandana. Like I was saying before, Halloween's my favorite holiday anyway. I know it's hard to go to sleep. I mean, I used to sleep better when I was younger, and when I was working, of course, because I'm on disability for the arthritis. And it's not like I tried to get a job different times through in the past years, but and really I have a lot of issues. I don't like to complain too much though, because there's people that have it worse off than me. So at least I can get up and walk and whatnot and take care of myself. Some people can't do those things. And but now I have, I can't sit too long because I have to get up because I feel kind of stiff and achy if I sit too long. And can't stand up for too long either because I have back issues. I joke around and say I should be a comic book or a magazine. I have back issues. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm gonna do today. probably just have a short stream just so I can go out and take a walk. Did my laundry the other day. See, there's no washer and dryer where I live. It's a duplex. The people right next door have one, but I have a hard time getting down in my basement anyway. So there's a laundromat that's within walking distance. It takes me maybe about 5 minutes to walk there, so that's convenient. And this is one that has a loyalty card. You put money on it, you know. So they don't. This is not a coin-operated laundromat like they used to be. And so I because I have enough clothing, and especially certain items of clothing I have quite a few of. So it's not like I have to run there every week or even every 2 weeks. So I don't mind folding. It's I always bring a book with me to read while I'm waiting while they're in the washer, and then put them in the dryer. But folding laundry is kind of relaxing. It's, sort of. Yeah, it's one of those necessary things you got to do every now and then is laundry. I don't go for that language here, that Adam, whatever. I don't like saying that N word. I don't know what the purpose was for him to say that word here. Yeah, because I don't use that N word. So I'm trying to hide it. What the hell? Yeah, because I don't, I use other words, I can like her sometimes. You should hear me sometimes, depending on the situation. But I would never use those racial slurs. Nope. And there's no point. There was no context or anything with what saying something like that. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of tired. That's pretty usual for me. I've had people call me a grandma or a grandpa and whatever on here. It's like, yeah, right. Okay. Bye-bye, I say to them and get rid of them. I guess my moderators are elsewhere today. Because there's probably other people streaming. Other vegan channels that are streaming. But that's okay. I don't know. Just not sure what else to talk about right now. Well, thank you, Brody. I just like to educate people that don't know about veganism. Vegan curious. I don't have no tolerance for the anti-vegan trolls. And I have no tolerance for maggots or pro-Trump bootlickers either. And I hope you'll have a good life too. And I can't believe it's almost mid-September already. Before you know it, this year will be gone. It seems like time goes by faster the older you get. It seems like when you're younger, you want time to go by faster and it goes slow, but the reverse happens when you're older. It goes by too fast and you want it to slow down. Because I don't feel my age. I mean, sometimes, with the arthritis acting up, but anybody, any age can have arthritis. It's not an age related thing. Anybody can get any kind. I got rheumatoid. I don't feel like I'm 63, but I think it's because I don't smoke anything. I tried smoking cigarettes when I was like 18 or 19. I didn't like it. Hey, Mr. Carey. Hey, how you doing? Mr. Carey, Mr. Carey. It's like Mighty Mouse. No, Underdog here. Underdog is here to save the day. Isn't that how that goes? I remember watching that cartoon when I was a kid. Yeah, Bren's channel is amazing. He's a one-man band. A very talented young fella from Canada. What? Drained and stressed and hanging by a dental floss? That's funny. Good to see you too, Mr. Carey. Oh, you missed my mask. I'm just gonna hold it up to my face. I had it in the beginning of the stream. It's, V for Vendetta, plus also Anonymous for the Voiceless, the animal rights group. They use those masks too. Well, because it's based on Guy Fawkes. Little historical thing there. Oh, okay, Mr. Carey. Yeah, because I like that movie. I haven't watched it in a long time. V for Vendetta with Natalie Portman in it. That was a good movie, but because they based that mask off of Guy Fawkes, famous figure in British history. And then, like I said, Anonymous for the Voiceless. I think they're the ones that use that mask too during their animal rights demos. Oh, cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think I saw her, and because she was had the stickers or the emojis rather, stickers, whatever you want to call them. That's great. Great to have her in with the rest of us loopers. Oh, I'm tired. Well, thank you for coming by, Brody. Yeah, dishes, another thing, necessary chore. Okay, hope to see you back here again next time. Oh boy. I threw you a wrench now, Mr. Carey, so you can be a mod when you're on here too. Yeah, they're still bothering me. My damn feet. Sometimes more than others. I try to massage them with that foot lotion I got Dr. Teal's because it's cruelty free. It's got Epsom salts already in it. Right now they're okay. They're not too bad. It's funny though. I like to do that in the chat on Bren's channel when I mention feet different times. Feet and farting. Yeah, I get people impersonating me too from time, not very often, but once in a while, one of them will come in. Like last week. I did pick up at my favorite thrift shop a copy of Animal Farm. I read it a long time ago in high school. It was only $1. I figured, why not read it again? It's a classic. My new bandana with the bats on it. I like the purple too. Hey, Jason. Yo. Any of my vegan people I know, I throw them a wrench too. My VFFs. That was fun. That was a lot of fun yesterday with Axel. Go. Oh, that was too funny. Couldn't help saying, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" Well, one thing about it, when people like that in another state do these streams and they're out walking around, you get to see other parts of the country I would never otherwise see, because I can't travel. No car, no travel. No money, no travel. I either go by my own 2 feet or a bus or someone else's car. Oh boy. Yeah, use your big toe. Hit that like button. Or some people say lick the like button. Yeah, the Mod Squad. I used to watch that show. The Mod Squad. And if you were squids, you would be the Mod Squids. Feet. Footloose. I'm glad Brian was taking a few days off. He deserves a break. He's so busy. What did the in corny joke incoming? Yeah, he's the Brennergizer bunny. His theme song should be "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen. Here's an incoming corny joke. What did the 2 melons say to their daughter and her boyfriend? You can't elope. Oh boy. Yeah, don't stop streaming to Don't Stop Believing. Yeah. Hi, Izzy. Welcome to the Kathy's Playhouse instead of Pee Wee's Playhouse. I don't know what you want to call it. You could always spam feet in the chat if you want. Oh, I got this also at my favorite thrift store. It's a snail, but it's also it has a compartment where you can put stuff in, like maybe rings or whatever in here. I thought it was cute. And for those who know, I was thinking of Karina, Sky's girlfriend. Yeah, feet. I bought myself a new pair of slippers the other day. They have teddy bears on them, so you could say I have bare feet now. I still have some vegan ice cream in my freezer because the dairy industry is disgusting. Just so you know, I also educate people on veganism here. Yeah, I thought the color was pretty too on the snail. Gold and like a copper color, I guess you could say. Cute. And you know, slugs are just homeless snails. That's one thing I would never, if I ever saw, you know, I used to see a slug years ago. I would never put salt on them because that's cruel. But like, you know, with the dairy industry, that's why I'm vegan. That's one reason, one of many, because you know, the way they treat the cows in the dairy industry, whether it's a small farm or a factory farm, it's horrible. Because in the dairy industry, the cows can live into their 20s. Because my relatives up in Maine years ago had a cow, I think it was the Charolais breed. She was all white. Her name was Cora, and they never exploited her, so she lived to be 20-something years old. That's normal. But in the dairy industry, they live maybe they're allowed to live maybe 5 or 6 years before their bodies are worn out because they forcibly impregnate the cows because, you know, they have to be pregnant to produce milk that's meant for their babies. And like we vegans always say, we're not baby cows. We shouldn't be drinking the milk of another mammal. That's why any dairy products I buy are all vegan, plant-based. Because there's a variety of plant-based milks out there, and there's cheeses and yogurt and ice cream that doesn't involve any cruelty. And it tastes good. If you gave somebody some vegan ice cream, there's no way you could tell the difference. One of my favorite brands is called Cado, and it's made with avocados, but you can't tell that they're in there. Another brand is Not a Moo, because they take the calves away from the moms shortly after they're born, and depending on where it is, sometimes the male calves are shot outright, and sometimes they're put in a crate to be killed when they're a few months old for veal. Ugh. The females repeat the same horrible cycle. And there's really there's no excuse not to, you know, be vegan in every way, because I read labels on food as well as other things like clothing and any products I buy to make sure they're cruelty free, you know, or not tested on animals. All you gotta find is the little bunny ears or the leaping rabbit on any products like toothpaste, for example, or shampoo, and it's okay. And because besides the obvious not eating animal flesh because it's not healthy anyway, um, I make sure things, anything I buy doesn't have eggs or dairy in it or honey or gelatin. Because, like with honey, the bees make it for their hives, not for us. And when it's stolen from the bees, they replace those people. It's replaced with cheap sugar water. And then they also injure the queen bee so she can't fly away. Well, that's good, Izzy. That's very good. And like as far as clothing goes, I make sure there's no leather in anything I wear, no fur, no fur trim or fur of any kind, down, silk, wool, mohair, cashmere, angora, none of that because it's all cruelly obtained from the animals. Because the way they shear the sheep, they do it so roughly, and the sheep a lot of times get injured and they get beaten and abused, and then after a while they're sent to slaughter too when it's not necessary. They don't need to eat anybody. One thing that's annoying that people bring up, some of these anti-vegans, they say lions though, but male lions will kill the cubs of the previous leader of a pride. If there's a fight and the newcomer wins, he'll kill the cubs so he can mate with the lionesses. So if people are going to copy what lions do, are they going to do the same thing? And natural carnivores are equipped to eat flesh because they have fangs and claws, or in the case of birds of prey, they have a sharp beak and talons. And they're like with lions, for example, or any natural carnivore, their intestines are shorter and ribbed, whereas ours are longer. I mean, they're shorter and smooth. Ours are longer and ribbed. So, but I do it for the animals because I put my money where my mouth is, so to speak. I love animals and I respect their right to live and not to be exploited for any reason. That's why I would never patronize a zoo, a circus, aquarium, nothing that exploits animals. That's a good one, Mr. Carey. But fish don't have feet, but they're sentient beings, and the way the oceans are being overfished. Yeah, I always, it took me a long time to finally become fully vegan because even as a little kid, I knew wearing fur was wrong because it's disgusting the way they slaughter the animals for their fur. But it took me a while because back when I first started on my twisted journey, there was only soy milk, but I still ate regular cheese, go figure. And I used to eat no sugar added ice cream. But finally, I made the connection, the cognitive dissonance went away. And we don't need to buy anything that's derived from animals. And we don't need to support their exploitation like horse racing, for example, or going to the circus or zoos or aquariums. Those animals belong in their natural homes. And that includes all animals, whether they're sea beings, because trillions of sea and land beings are slaughtered every year. And if you see different ones, they try to get away. They don't want to die because I've watched videos of vegan animal rights activists that are outside. They do vigils outside slaughterhouses in England and here, different places around the country, different areas and other countries too. And they say, sometimes there's baby lambs. Lambs are babies anyway, they're only a few months old. Or there's pigs that are babies, or calves or cows that are being, dairy cows that are deemed no longer profitable because they can't produce as much milk. And the egg industry is disgusting too. In case people didn't know, the baby male chicks are macerated because they are considered unprofitable because they don't lay eggs being male. And then the hens that lay eggs live maybe a year and a half to 2 years before they're sent to slaughter. It's horrible. And there's, like I always say, there's no reason not to be vegan in every way. Being vegan is being kind. And a lot of these anti-vegans say, don't force don't force us to be vegan. Well, nobody can force anybody to be kind to animals. It has to come from within. You have to follow your heart and know that it's wrong to abuse animals in any way. I mean, it'd be wrong to kick a dog. People get so upset about that. But pigs are also kicked. Female pigs are kicked if they don't move fast enough when they're, being sent out to the slaughter truck. They abuse animals in all those industries. And like I said, no matter if it's a family farm, no matter how nice they may treat the animals, they still end up going to the slaughterhouse. So that's the ultimate betrayal. Well, thank you, Mr. Carey. That's what we're, vegans, for most of us anyway, try to get the point across that there's alternatives to everything. Like I say, I look at, like, when I buy a purse, I make sure there's no leather. Shoes that don't have leather in them. No down, because they pluck the feathers off the geese and ducks. They live pluck them, and it's like it would be like somebody ripping the hair out of your head. And we don't need that. And even if people find a feather and use it for something, that is, that's wrong too in and of itself, because that shows that it's okay to use feathers. Feathers belong to the birds that they came from. You just leave them there. Yeah, exactly. There's, that's why I hate when people, not often, but around here where I live, because especially in the summer, I have my window open upstairs. And sometimes you smell people grilling some animal flesh, and it's disgusting. And when I can avoid it, I try to avoid being around people eating dead animals. And because I wouldn't eat my cat. Some countries eat cats and dogs, and there's no difference. There's no moral difference between cats and dogs and pigs and cows and chickens. Like the chickens that people eat, like I call it Kentucky Fried Cruelty. Those chickens are babies. They're only 42 days old. Most of the animals that are slaughtered for their flesh are babies, like pigs, 6 months old. And the baby male pigs are castrated without anesthesia. They also have their tails cut off. All the baby pigs do, so that because they get stressed out being crowded together. And they also cut down their teeth. And like baby chickens and turkeys get debeaked. So that's why I avoid animal products of any kind. And gelatin, like there are vegan marshmallows. I've had them, they're good. It's just I have to watch the sugar content. But and I did get, years ago, I used to get this vegan Jell-O, because gelatin is made from the skin and sinews and tendons of slaughtered animals. It's horrible. And what surprised me, I used to like to get shredded wheat, frosted shredded wheat once in a while. But then, this was quite a while back, I actually read the ingredients and it said gelatin. I was like, oh crap. So I stopped buying that. So, see, and when I tell people on other vegan channels, when they say, oh, stop forcing us, blah, blah, the usual mouth diarrhea, I call it, I say, well, stop forcing animals to be slaughtered for you. Stop forcing animals to be stabbed in their throat because they don't want to die. That's why some of them try to escape. And the poor chickens and turkeys, that's why at Thanksgiving for several years I get tofurkey, and it's delicious. It has stuffing in it already, wild rice and, bread stuffing inside of it. It's good. And it comes with its own, vegan gravy. It's delicious. And they even have tofurkey slices to make sandwiches with. Because otherwise the chickens and turkeys that are raised for their flesh, they're given hormones and stuff, and they get these enormous, they get top heavy, because of the breast meat and all that crap. And some of them can't even get up to go to where the food is in the sheds where they're crammed, and they get crippled. And even ones that are rescued and go to, accredited farm sanctuaries, sometimes they don't live very long because of the abuse they endured while at the factory farm. And that's why I just try to educate people about it and just tell facts, because this is all true. What happens? The female cows and pigs are forcibly impregnated. They do the same thing with the chickens and turkeys too. So that's sexual assault. And animals don't consent to any of that. They're not our slaves either. Like carriage horses, they should ban those wherever they are, because we don't need that. This isn't the 1800s or early 20th century before the advent of automobiles. We don't need to use animals as beasts of burden, so to speak. No matter if it's, horses, donkeys, mules, oxen, camels, elephants. And don't get me started about zoos, because they're just glorified prisons. You can't learn anything about wildlife going to a zoo or an aquarium. I always watch those nature programs on, PBS, public TV. That's where I learned a lot about different animals, from either documentaries or books. Like written by Jane Goodall, the chimpanzee expert, or Diane Fossey with gorillas. Cynthia Moss is another one that's good I read a book many years ago about elephants that she wrote. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Like, it wasn't until a few years ago I found out about, from a documentary called Blood Lions, that in South Africa, they captive breed lions, and they use the cubs for tourists, to take your picture with a lion cub. There's more exploitation. And then when they get older, they have like these rich bitches come from different places. They pick out their victim and they go shoot a lion. Hunting is, I don't approve of hunting, because there's no reason, unless somebody is living way like in the Arctic Circle or something, way away from civilization. But otherwise, there's no need to hunt for any reason, because those animals are minding their own business out in the wild, out in the forests and in the oceans and wherever, the mountains. And people go, whether it's trophy hunting, because that's horrible in and of itself. Killing an animal just make people think they're big bad. No. That's why I have no sympathy for that guy that got killed by that Cape buffalo recently. He went there to kill the buffalo. Yeah, because those are buffaloes. But the tables got turned. I don't feel him. That Cape Buffalo bull gored him. Well, that was his own fault. He found out the hard way. Don't mess with Cape buffaloes, because they call them the Black Death. They're more dangerous than hippos and lions and crocodiles in Africa. Hi, Fly. I'm just I'm just doing my little vegan outreach on here, talking about different areas where animals are exploited and all that stuff. Yeah, so, oh, Fly, you didn't see my mask. I wore it at the beginning. Oh. Yeah, I got this for 50 cents at my favorite thrift store. It's called My Sister's Place, and when you buy stuff, it supports survivors of domestic violence. So I figured, why not? Guy Fawkes, V for Vendetta, plus I think, isn't it Anonymous for the Voiceless that wear these too? Only thing is, my glasses get fogged up under there. Thank you, Izzy. What show was that? Hi, MZR. Oh boy, that's I didn't disappear. Exactly, it is crazy, MZR. Exactly, MZR. So right. Oh, I never heard of that Money Heist show. Interesting. Oh, here's a troll. Dr. Carnivore, he's an asshole. Hey, are you a man or a grandma? I am eating animals, whether you like. You can't even spell weather right. Oh, jeez. Thank you, Mr. Carey. Oh, that's good, MZR. Yeah, I hope they listen to you. So true, MZR. You're right. That's shame on him. Oh, that's good, Mr. Carey. That's what I like. If people can sub to other people that come here. But that Dr. Carnivore is an asshole. He was on earlier. Went by Dr. Evil Carnivore. Trolls are pathetic. They have no life. No life at all. I had to catch up with what the chat was saying, because when I had the mask on, I couldn't see that good. I need to watch that movie again. It's been a while. That V for Vendetta. Exactly. Yep. Yep, they do protect the bullies. Yeah, I have that movie in my collection. Holy crap, I have so many DVDs, I need to go through them, and maybe I want to have a tag sale at some point on a Saturday, because then I won't, it'll be a Saturday, so on that, whenever I have it, I won't be doing my show, because I figured I'd do it from like 10 to 2 or something. And go through my DVDs and see which ones I don't want anymore. As far as the movies go, I know pig. I don't like calling the cops pigs either, because pigs are intelligent, clean animals. Yeah, pigs aren't dirty. I hate that expression when somebody calls somebody a dirty pig. No, that's not right. We need to change our language regarding animals too, because animals are not its. I say either if their gender is not obvious, I say he or she or they. But animals are not its. Like if I see a squirrel out in the yard, I'd say to myself, or say to my cat, he or she might be looking for some nuts. Oh, yeah. I want to give a pig a belly rub. I want to go to a farm sanctuary. I think there's one somewhere around here, but I got to get a ride there because I can't walk there too far. I want to give a pig a belly rub. Maybe cuddle a chicken. Yeah, they do like those belly rubs. And cows, give a cow some chin scritches. I know there's one very large bovine, I think it was on the Dodo channel. He was purring. A big bull. And bulls are gentle animals. They're not mean. But like in bullfights and the running of the bulls and all that crap, they torment and terrorize them. So that's another place I don't have any sympathy for anybody that gets gored by a bull. Yeah, that's why they're called grass puppies. Yeah, MZR, that's what I want to do. I would like to apologize to if I visit it, whenever I get a chance to visit a sanctuary, I'm going to apologize to them for eating their kind in the past. That's what, we don't need to eat their flesh or steal their babies or their milk or anything else that comes from them. That belongs to them, because we don't have a right to take away their bodily autonomy, just like men don't have the right to take away our bodily autonomy. But some people would like the dystopian society as portrayed in the book and the show The Handmaid's Tale, treating women like their breeding stock. Moo. It behooves us to be kind to animals. Yeah, because chickens, normally a chicken will lay an egg every month, just like, a female's menstrual cycle, because that's what eggs are, chicken periods. It's the truth. And birds only have that one opening, the cloaca. That's where the eggs come out and all their other fecal matter and everything. So that's another reason why that's why I don't care about the price of eggs going up, because it's the chickens that pay the ultimate price. The animals are the ones that pay the ultimate price, as far as their flesh and eggs and dairy products go. So what I use instead of egg, it used to be called just egg. It comes in a little yellow carton, but now they call it eggs made from plants, and it's so good. you can't tell the difference, really. What I do is I put a little vegan butter in the bottom of the pan. When it starts to, heat up enough, I pour some of the just egg in there. I still call it just egg. And then I'll add some nooch, or nutritional yeast, which gives it a cheesiness without the cruelty. And it tastes so good. Sometimes I add the soy bacon bits. Sometimes I put fresh chives or mushrooms in it, and it's delicious. I'm making myself hungry. And where's Martin? I'm talking about food. Martin, Kevin, where are you? We have this running joke amongst some of us. Call it the Food Torture Club. Posting different food, vegan dishes that we make, that I make. And then we have this, Martin will always do the rolling eye emoji, the upward eye emoji. I say, oh, I figured that's where he was. Oh, that's funny, Mr. Carey. Yeah, it's we call it nooch for short, nutritional yeast. I always make sure I have plenty on hand because it goes good in different things. Like if you make pasta with sauce on it, sprinkle some nooch on it instead of regular cheese. But they do have vegan parm, the hard stuff, so you can grate it. I get that sometimes. Oh. Oh, wow, MZR. No, you're not a bad person. Weed is okay. But I don't smoke it. I don't like the smell of it around here because I smell it around where I live. But I don't smoke anything. Hey, I like to smoke trolls, though. Anti-vegan trolls. Ha! Ha! We need to get some kind of troll away, a spray. The troll away spray keeps trolls away. Yeah, smoke that turd. Yeah, like I've said before, no matter how old I get, I'm gonna find farting funny. Yeah, like that one keeps coming back, asking me if I'm a grandpa or grandma. Well, I'm glad I'm not their grandparent. Jim Carrey's Jim Carrey is great. One of my favorite comedians. I don't like guns either. It's funny because we never had guns in the house when I was a kid. My dad was a gunnery sergeant in the Army in World War II. And then he also worked at Marlin's Firearms, and that's where I met my mom. She worked in the office. But we never had guns in the house, and we survived without having guns. The only one that had guns was my late oldest brother that passed away last month. He used to have guns because he did some hunting. Because I'm the only one in my family that was vegan. And my immediate family is down to my sister-in-law. But she's up in New Hampshire. A hot glue gun? Just don't be crazy enough to glue yourself to something, Mr. Carey. Oh, I'm still working on my version of Lucille the baseball bat. You know, the first bunny I had, I named Thumper. In hindsight, he was a rescue rabbit because the people that lived behind us where I used to live in Hamden, they raised those white rabbits, but for, to be killed for meat. But the first one that Mr. Valetti they gave me was, I named him Thumper. I forgot how long he lived, but then the next bunny I called Frosty. They were all the white, New Zealand white rabbits, I think they are. But I love that movie, Bambi. But I'm the only vegan. None of my family was. Maybe that's why my mom had Alzheimer's dementia. It could be caused by eating animal products. Cause a lot of health issues. Like drinking dairy or consuming dairy products causes breast cancer in women and prostate cancer in men. It can lead to that. So. What the heck was that? Somebody must be doing something around here. I just heard sound like somebody dropped some wooden boards or something. I have my window open, so if you hear any noises, it's usually pretty quiet around here, except every day, more than once, you hear sirens. I don't know if it's fire trucks or ambulances or whatever. Going back to Jim Carrey, it was funny when he was in Living Color, and he did his impression of Vanilla Ice. That was hysterical. Yeah, I think that was last week. They were yakking outside. Another thing that I find annoying is when people drive by with their radios blasting so loud. It's like, really, are you deaf? You can't hear that? Or sometimes I'll say, turn it up a little louder. I don't think the whole state heard you. Or like yesterday evening, somebody was parked out in front of the driveway here. They were for people next door or something, and they had their music up kind of loud. I'm like, really, not everybody wants to hear that. I'm downstairs trying to watch an episode of The Walking Dead, damn it. I just watched an episode while I was eating my breakfast. Had oatmeal. I put wheat germ, flaxseed, walnuts, and raisins in it. Yum, yum. I'm trying to decide what I want for lunch. I have enough stuff around here. It's just a matter of what do I feel like having later. You could say I got bats in my belfry. Ha ha. Knock on wood. Oh boy. I don't know. Trying to think of what else to talk about. Oh, here's another. Sometimes I like to show tasty vegan snacks. This is, I don't know if you can see it good. Like air, it's pancake flavored. It's like puff corn. And there's no animal ingredients. It tastes good. I have to control myself with it. jeez. I read that really quick. I almost thought it said pooped in your head. What about tax? Let's talk about tax. Or if it's a musical instrument, let's talk about sax. I forgot who did that song too. You must have heard my impressions before, like Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Party of the year, Carl. Party of the year. Excuse me. Here's an irate Donald Duck. Bob Barker, hello. Oh boy. I know what you're referencing, Bob Barker. Well, let's just say I have sympathy and empathy for kids that are shot in schools and other victims, innocent victims of gun violence. I do not like guns. I think people's and animals' lives are more important than damn gun rights, in my opinion. And he was a hateful person. He was racist, a fascist, a misogynist. Because he actually said that if one of his daughters was ever raped and got pregnant from it, which doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does, he would force her to have the baby. That's a child abuse. Because if she was, a teenager, if she was a teenager, no. And women should not be obedient to men. That crap is gone. Oh, that's good. That's who I feel sorry for those poor kids that get killed or wounded in these school shootings. And this idiot says it's okay, that it's acceptable. Some gun deaths are acceptable to protect the Second Amendment. I think people's lives and animals' lives are more important than protecting the Second Amendment. I only feel sorry for that guy's, I don't even like to say his name, but you all know who I'm talking about. I feel sorry for his daughters in a way, but also they don't have that toxic masculinity. Because he marginalizes, he hates on people that are marginalized, like people of color, the LGBTQ community, which I'm an ally, and I'm also, it took me a while to figure it out. I've also figured out I'm ace. So, exactly, Bob Barker. He was no hero. He was nobody to look up to. He wasn't a patriot. He was a Trump bootlicker. Exactly. Yeah, Malcolm X was shot in his own driveway in front of his wife and kids. Exactly. I agree with you, Bob Barker. He's not a person to admire. Sure, I don't, people getting killed, I don't like, being murdered like that. But I don't consider that an assassination. Because if that's the case, oh, here's that asshole back again. Dr. Carnivore, can anybody ban him for me? Can you ban him? It's annoying. Idiot anti-vegan troll. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Carey. he needs to be banned. Really. But anyway, what the hell was I saying? I got sidetracked. My train of thought got derailed. Ha! Yeah. Oh my God! Not to trust. And he thought the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. He was a horrible piece of shit. He was anti-vegan too. And he supported killing children in Gaza. See, I believe, and there's other vegans that believe this too, that animal rights are human rights and human rights are animal rights. Oh, that's good, Fly. Have a good walk. But I mean, animals don't, it's like some people say, oh, animals don't vote. Well, that's not what we're talking about. They deserve the right to live, to right to be free, to not to be exploited, is what we mean by animal rights, to be treated with respect. Exactly, Mr. Carey. Very disrespectful. Oh, that must be nice out in the desert. Never been to the desert. I used to have relatives that lived out in Tucson, Arizona. Or one of my favorite singers is from Linda Ronstadt. But anyway, nope, that guy does not deserve to be. And the idiot Trump wants flags lowered at half mast. What the hell? He doesn't deserve that. And especially right around 9/11, it's more important to remember the people that died in 9/11 than some racist, fascist piece of crap. He was a horrible person. There's no two ways about it. Anybody that can excuse his trying to indoctrinate young kids into his way of thinking, treating women like we're second class or third class citizens even. It's ridiculous. That's what you call toxic masculinity. We need to have real men protect the innocent, not advocate for their murders, which is what he basically did. So he reaped what he sowed. It's gonna, karma, whatever you want to call it, came back and bit him hard in his ass. There's no excuse for the hateful rhetoric he spewed. I even wrote a little poem about it on my community post earlier. I don't have a name for it. These things just pop into my head. And nope. Even I don't even feel sorry for his wife because she married that piece of shit. She knew what he was like, and so a woman that can agree with his views on everything, including about women being, subjugate to men. No. That stuff don't fly anymore. That's like old school, old fashioned thinking, like men in the 50s. The little wives, stay home, cooking and cleaning and everything, having babies. Barefoot and pregnant, that expression. No. No. So, to be honest, the world's a better place without people like that. It's a far better place. But I hope all those, those youth groups he would talk to and whatever. I didn't really know that much about this idiot before. I mean, I heard of him and everything, but I was like, I didn't like him. Sure, They're, free speech. Yeah. But words have consequences. And he found that out. Because, like they say, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, for example, and not expect to get trampled on. You can't do crap like he does and not expect repercussions. So, hey. He's also, again, thinking, I hate it when they blame trans people for these shootings. No, he's a transphobe. Hi, Veganic Tomato. Yeah, exactly, Veganic Tomato. Yeah, his words have repercussions, I'm not grieving over him. I don't give two shits about him. Even before this happened. He was a friggin' racist and fascist because he was also a Trump supporter, too. Saying that crap about his own daughter, if she ever got raped. Like, I saw something where somebody brought up because sometimes girls enter puberty at a very young age. So I think some woman's, one of those shorts, I think it was, she said, what if your 10-year-old daughter got raped and got pregnant and he would force her to have the baby? Now that's a child abuse. No frickin' 10-year-old girl should be forced to have a baby. No woman of any age should be forced to have a baby. It's their choice. There is bodily autonomy, and nobody has a right to take that away from us, just like we don't have the right to take it away from animals. And I stand firm on that ground. Nobody has a right to mess around with women's health care. They don't go around with men's health care. It's wrong. I am pro-choice. It's up to the individual. And no woman, girl or woman should be forced to have a baby that they're not equipped for whatever reason. I don't care what their reasoning is. It's their right to choose. And these people that are anti-choice, they don't care about kids. They only care about a fetus. They don't care about when the baby's born, if they're gonna be abused or if they're gonna be, what's gonna happen. They don't care about the kids that are killed in schools and injured in school shootings and all that. They don't give two shits about them. Only care about a little clump of cells. Well, they should go after men. They should ban men from jerking off. Excuse me. Because what about those sperm? They're little, I don't want to get too graphic about that crap, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's just as ridiculous to if they tried to ban men from, jerking off as it is to ban abortion. And because that's why years ago I was on Facebook, but I got into it about one of the things that I got off of it for, because I'd rather have my face in a book than be on Facebook. But just being, just keeping it real here, so to speak, But I used to say to people on Facebook, why don't you go adopt the fetus? They care so much about a clump of cells that's not viable outside the womb. And like, just for an example, would they rather have a woman die if continuing with a pregnancy would kill her? It's ridiculous. It's the individual's choice. And men shouldn't have a say in it because they may contribute to the fetus, but they're not the ones that have to carry it for 9 months and go through everything that a woman. I've never been pregnant, but from hearing about it from other people and knowing things, because really I never found anybody that I wanted to reproduce with. I used to joke around and say if I wanted to reproduce myself, I'd Xerox myself. Ha. I mean, I never found, it's like I never found the right person that I wanted to have a baby with anyway, so I don't regret being childless. I have a cat. I have kitties. Well, I had 3 before, but I got Delilah. So yeah, make a Xerox copy of myself. Imagine if there had been a more than, if I had a mini me. Oh my God. I don't know. Because anyway, when I was of childbearing age, I was working, or no, yeah, I was working up to a point, but then I got the rheumatoid arthritis. But after a while, I had to take care of my mom because she had Alzheimer's dementia, and it would have been hard trying to do both things. So I don't regret it, Nope. Too old for that anyway. 63. Anyway, I don't have the I make a joke if I say I got spayed almost 10 years ago. Oh God. Okay, Mr. Carey. Yeah, me too, Fly. Animals are, more important than me having a offspring. Delilah's my daughter. If you go way back on my in my shorts, you'll see pictures, you'll see videos of Sunshine and Mitzi. They were brother and sister. I can't. Oh crap! I can't see it that good. It's so little. Oh my God, Mr. Carey, you're a hoot. Okay. That's too funny. Of course, it has to do with the chest. Your profile picture should be a button, Mr. Carey. I figured might as well give you a wrench too, Izzy. My mod squad is growing. I don't know what it is. The other day, I think it was yesterday, I don't know if anybody ever had like a cramp in your throat. That's what I had yesterday, I think it was. It felt like it was cramping up. I'm like, what? That's happened sporadically in the past once in a great while. It happens. Like, what the hell is that about? You're welcome, Izzy. Veganic tomato. No, I don't. I say, hey there, Delilah. Your insurance is calling you. What is it calling you? I know, it's weird. But that's the only thing I can describe it as. It's like a cramp or something. And I was like, ow, ow. I was like, it was on this side of my throat, and I had to rub it. I don't know. I can't see it that good. It's so tiny. I can't make it bigger on my phone. Oh. Oh. A golden doodle. Oh. Excuse me. I'm sure they're cute. I can't really see it that good. Nope. But I named Delilah after that song by Queen that Freddie wrote about his favorite cat. Her name was Delilah. If she had been a male cat, I would have called her Freddie Perkery. I still could have called her Freddie, but I like the name Delilah. Delightful Delilah. I have a TV, but I don't have any cable or anything like that. I just watch my own DVD collection. That's what I call her, Delightful Delilah. I don't know where she is right now. She's very talkative. Oh, wow, Izzy, that's... Oh, excuse me. Golden doodle. Before I adopted Delilah, I thought about getting a little dog, a little senior dog, like a couch potato type, not one of those energetic like Jack Russell sorts. But then it was my former neighbors right next door, her sister-in-law fostered cats, and when she brought Delilah's original name was Meow Meow. But I named her Delilah. When I saw her, I said, oh, she's staying. And for the first few days, I put a box with a soft blanket in it in the bathroom for her till she got used to, being here. Yeah, I don't know where the heck she is now. She has a variety of places that she likes to go. There's a second bedroom that I have a kitty bed in the middle of the bed. And she used to lay in it, like in the wintertime when the cold weather is colder. She'll sleep in that. Or she'll sleep on the other side of the bed with me because I have a queen size. Or she'll sleep in I have an Adirondack chair upstairs by the window that my other kitties used to like to sleep in. Yeah, she's my daughter. She's my bestie. She's the best roommate I have ever had. Because I've had roommates. My first roommate when I first moved here almost 14 years ago was my niece, my late niece, I should say. And yeah, that didn't really work out that great. So she's my immediate family, well, besides my sister-in-law. And their kitties up in New Hampshire. Oh, and my sister-in-law, she told me the last time I talked to her, I think it was, I called her yesterday, left a message because I wanted to find out how she's doing, you know. But she adopted a little black Shih Tzu named Ruby. So she has the 3 cats and the dog. Phineas, Harriet, and Jake are the kitties up there. I know I've met Phineas before when they used to live in Connecticut, but the other 2 I never met. Hi, Rayfu. Are you over 18? I always have to ask that because I put it specifically not for kids. Martin, finally, you showed up. Ha! I was talking about food before. You missed it. And you missed my mask. Oh. I had this on at the beginning for a little bit. Only cost 50 cents. Yeah, you missed the food torture club part. Yeah, I was talking about different vegan foods, like all the different vegan ice creams and different things. And yeah, you missed it. Oh yeah, that Dr. Carnivore guy showed up twice. Evil Carnivore I got rid of, and then I think Mr. Carey got rid of him again. Yeah, so Martin, you don't need to roll your eyes. Yeah, I couldn't resist because I was thinking of not just, V for Vendetta, but Guy Fawkes and Anonymous for the Voiceless. That's not thunder you hear. That's Martin's eyes rolling. And I'm always telling him, you got to be careful. They might get stuck like that. And see my new bandana, Martin? It's got bats on it. I got bats in my belfry. Yeah. Yeah, the feet thing is a running joke on Bren's channel. I always have to spam feet in the chat or mention feet. Always capitalize foot, feet, whatever. I wonder what my foot would taste like. Yeah, I did. I think I did. It got started by me, I guess. Yeah, Martin, that's more appropriate. Ass sore. And also the farting too. Feet and farting. Food, feet, and farting. Did I do it? And then it's so funny when Bren reads out my full name too. It's hysterical. Now, you don't know what I'm going to come up with in a few days. I might change it to something else. That's how I like to do that, like throw them off a little bit because, the full name. I could, I don't know what I'm going to change it to again, part of it. Mr. Carey, do you have a treasure chest full of buttons? That is somebody on Bren's channel. Instead of the 3 R's, it's feet, farting, and food. Yeah, the buttons, button. Who's got the buttons? Mr. Carey does. He's the button man. Yeah, Izzy, he should. Yeah, like that expression, shut your pie hole, shut your buttonhole. Oh boy. Oh, Martin, I was showing this before. A tasty vegan snack, puffed corn, pancake flavor. Very good. Oh, and these crackers are good. Rosemary scalloped crackers. They're very good. I was having them with my vegan cheddar spread. So I gotta show the food. Some food that I got handy. Oh, that's right. Sensei has a new channel. Here's what those crackers look like. Maybe I should start an only food channel or an only feet channel or an only fart channel. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll sub to her new channel. These are tasty crackers. After the stream, I'll sub to Sensei's new channel. Having some water. Oh, Martin, you didn't see this. I got this yesterday at that thrift store. And it opens up. Trying to get it open. It opens up. You can put something in there, like maybe rings. Cute little snail. Yep, I'm gonna yeah, I'll definitely sub to her new channel when I get off of here. I don't know what to do today. Really. Don't really need anything from the store except bananas. Because I ran out of bananas. Well, maybe today, tomorrow I might, if I feel like it. Oh, that's good, Martin. Glad he had a good stream. I was just checking something. Oh. I see Virtue Postmortem is streaming too right now. Of course, you know, people's streams are going to coincide, whatever. An art exhibit. Oh, yes. Yesterday I went to the free movie at Seymour Library, and they showed Jurassic World Rebirth. I found out, I was looking again to find out when Compassion Fest is again this year, because it was in my old hometown, but apparently it's not coming back till next year. So I was going to go there next month, but since it's not going to be there, I want to go to the Peabody Museum. Oh, boy. Oh, brother. Another form of animal exploitation. I want to, like I was saying, I want to go to Peabody Museum in New Haven. I haven't been there since I went there with my dad, and that was over 53 years ago. So my favorites were the dinosaur exhibits there. It's free admission. Peabody Museum of Natural History. Oh, wow. I might have a Beastie Burger for lunch. They are so good. Made out of seitan. Because not sure how long I'm going to stream. But some Saturday soon, hopefully, I want to have a tag sale. Maybe make a few extra bucks. Get rid of some things like books I don't want, DVDs, maybe CDs, and other odds and ends. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have for lunch. I think I will have a Beastie Burger. I might get a hard roll to put it on. I like to get those Portuguese rolls. I get them across the well, there's a convenience store across the street, down a little bit from where I am, and they're only $1. I might go get one of those to put the Beastie Burger on. Yeah, that is food, Martin. Haha. Ow. What the hell? I got a pimple on my ear. And one of my friends gave me part of a watermelon she got from one of her friends from their garden. It's good. I still got a big piece left, part of it. Probably have some more later. Watermelon is good. Yeah, I don't know where she is. Oh. Now it's overcast here, but it's still nice because at least it's not hot. I think it's like in the mid 70s here right now. And that's Fahrenheit. I don't know Celsius. I had coffee with breakfast, but decaf. I have been drinking some regular coffee, and it doesn't really bother my acid reflux. So it gives me a little more energy when I drink regular coffee. Decaf doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, I mentioned I had oatmeal for breakfast, Martin. I put walnuts and raisins and flaxseed and wheat germ in it. Oh my. Tasted good. Bye, Martin. He's just kidding. He's not leaving. Yeah, it was that episode of The Walking Dead I was watching near the end is where Rick blew up that bridge to prevent the walkers, to get rid of a whole herd of those walkers. Everybody, Michonne was going nuts because she thought they thought he was dead. Daryl too, and Carol and Maggie. But he wasn't dead. That character, Jadis, or Anne, was the one that helped him. Yeah, this is my only third time going through the series, so sometimes I forget what happened. Of course, there's some things I don't forget. Where is Delilah? Leslie. Hi, Leslie. It's going pretty good, and how's yours? I might go till 12:30 with the stream or something. Maybe, I don't know. I know the one time I did 3.5 hours. Maybe next Saturday I might have my tag sale. I don't know. Depends on the weather. So if I have a tag sale, I won't do the show because, like I mentioned previously in this stream, I'd have it from like 10 to 2. Because Saturday's a better day because, people are out of work, whatever. They have to come around to the back of the house because there's not much. There's a driveway, and then I have the backyard, but I figured I'd put stuff out, make a little extra money if anybody does show up. Martin. Yeah. I have like 3 vegan cookbooks. Maybe I could sell one of them to somebody. Welcome back, Mr. Cotter. I mean, Mr. Carey. Probably do need to exercise my feet. Go for a walk or something. Yeah, Thursday I went to the memorial they had on the green here of 9/11. One of the young guys, he was only 6 years old when it happened, and his father got killed in one of the towers because he was a firefighter. Yeah, feet. I'm trying to show my foot. Yeah, he's a firefighter. Now his and no tomatoes. Nope, I didn't have hardly any tomatoes this year, Marcos. Hello, just come in, just when I'm showing my foot. That's the foot I have a screw loose in because I had to have surgery on the Achilles tendon a few years back. No, I never did. Martin, I never heard that song by him, Stinkfoot. My feet don't smell because they don't have a nose. Well, I figured I'd show my foot, one of my feet. That's my left foot. That was a good movie. My left foot. Say hi to everybody out there, Foot. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing good. Ha ha ha. Oh my God, I'm cracking up here. I got hammer toes. I should be a carpenter because my feet should be carpenters because I have hammer toes. Maybe I should have draw a face on the bottom of my foot. Oh. Oh my God. And so I'm always going to get silly on here at some point. Oh boy. I see. Time. Can't touch this. Oh my God. lotion on the feet. Hammer time. And Marco's glad you showed up. It's always good to see you on here. Nope, can't touch this. I got that snot. I got that song going through my head. Oh. I don't think Bren would know that song. And next time he does a stream where we can make requests, I'm gonna request Footloose. Yeah, somebody should ask Bren, do you know Can't Touch This? Hammer time? I think maybe some point you might see the farting feet. The farting feet in front of Lucille the Vegan Baseball Bat. Yeah, that would be funny. We would know about what it's about, and I should probably do a short of my foot. Just the left foot. Yeah, I got so many usernames. I don't know. Like before, I was Jedi Master Vegan Obi, and then one time I think I tried, using something from Game of Thrones, like Daenerys vegan. Oh, forget it. I was trying to veganize to the Targaryen name. Never mind. Oh, man. I like that movie with the penguins, Happy Feet. I saw that a long time ago. Yep, that's a good idea, Marcos. Oh, boy. My back. I have back issues. I'm a comic book. I have back issues. Yeah, that was cute, that movie. I thought it was cute too in that yesterday Jurassic World Rebirth. That cute little dinosaur that little girl Isabel, I think her name was, called her Dolores. Wouldn't that be cool if cars did run on tofu? I always say, too bad you couldn't use farts as gas. That's natural gas. Then you wouldn't have to buy gas from the gas station. Just fart into your gas tank. If only Delilah would show up. She's probably taking a nap. My delightful Delilah. Probably having a cat nap. That's cute. Happy feet, but with happy beats. Dancing plants and vegan treats. What's the matter, Martin? Oh boy, excuse me. Oh, I do believe the sun is coming out now. Good. Oh, Delilah. Delilah. Hey there, Delilah. Where are you? Yeah, that's a classic song by Tom Jones. Also, the song by Queen about Freddie's favorite kitty. Freddie was my favorite cat daddy. Oh, I gotta switch hands. That's what he said. I didn't say that. Kathy's bandana collection is bigger than Elvis's record collection. Yeah, I got bats. I don't know how many I have. I probably have a dozen bandanas. I have that tie-dye one. There's one with rose, black and white with roses on it. I got a pink one, a green one. I have a purple one. I have a white one. But I gotta do something about my baseball bat. The paint I put on my version of Lucille is peeling. Oh yeah, the Tom Jones Delilah, yeah. Oh, yeah, Martin. Yeah, I need one covered in food. Yeah, I don't know if they make any with food on them. Well, I don't know if I saw ones where I got this that had pumpkins. I don't know. Yeah, that would be cute, Izzy. Oh, Marcos. No, that was Tony Orlando and Dawn that did that song. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Oh, took him. Oh, that's cute. Veganic tomato. Yeah, Tony Orlando and Dawn did that. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipes if the answer is no. And they also did tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Oh. Yeah, Mr. Carey, that's a good, excellent Bob Dylan song. And also Guns N' Roses. A lot of people have covered that song, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Like, Yeah, Tony Orlando and Dawn also did that song Candida. Mr. Carey, pew pew. Pew pew. That reminds me of an episode of Big Bang Theory. Bernadette, they were playing some kind of video game and she was going pew pew. Oh, Bazinga. I have a shirt that says Bazinga on it. And also another one that has Sheldon Cooper's face on it. Says, I'm not crazy, my mother had me tested. That was an ambulance headed towards the hospital. Oh boy. You must have heard that siren. Oh yeah, Kansas. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. No, it was an ambulance, Mr. Carey. No food police, Martin. No cops. Somebody going to the hospital because there's a hospital. Griffin Hospital is not too far up. Well, from where I live, it's about a 20-minute walk from where I am. I always think whenever I hear an ambulance going by like that, I hope whoever's in there is going to be okay. Yeah, the food police are going to arrest me, Martin. They're coming to take me away, ha-ha, hee-hee, ho-ho, to the funny farm. Where life is beautiful, I'll be so happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. That song cracks me up by Napoleon the 14th. It's hysterical. Marcos, oh, wow, that's funny. You thought it was there. Wow. Yeah, arrested for making pizza. That song just cracks me up. The first time I heard it was way back because my brother, I think it was my brother Harold, when they, this was way back. I used to sit on the stairs and listen to the music he was playing up in their room. And also, Frank Zappa. First time I heard Frank Zappa was from my brother Harold, or Harry, as his friends called him. That Susie cream cheese thing. Oh yeah, the Yellow Snow song, whatever the name of it was that Zappa did. Watch out where, oh no. Watch out where the Huskies go. Don't you eat that yellow snow. Oh, that's good, Martin. That must have been great concerts. I've never seen him. Those were unusual names that he picked for their children. Dweezil and Moon Unit. That's funny, Marcos. I think I'm gonna end this pretty soon because um, it's 12:22 p.m. here in lovely Derby, Connecticut. The smallest city in the state of Connecticut, Derby is. And November 29th, I'll be here, living here 14 years. Yeah, because I want to go get some lunch. I want to go get a hard roll or a Portuguese roll from that convenience store. And oh, I did get earlier this past Monday. I got my new Snap card, and I was trying to pick out a 4-digit PIN. It's redundant to say PIN number because number is already in the PIN. Anyway, I had 3 choices. I was, easy to remember numbers that aren't obvious to anybody else. Oh, thank you for coming by, Carrie. It's Mr. Carrie, and see you next time on Bren's channel, probably. And take care. Toodles. Bye, Mr. Carrie. Bye. Oh, um. um oh, I should use a foot as my profile picture. Anyway, I picked out a new PIN, got my card activated, but I can't use it until next month because once it's been, somebody stole the money off of it, they don't replace it. So you gotta wait till the next month to get it refilled. Yeah, Kathy's Playhouse. Yeah, definitely. I wish I could do an imitation of Pee Wee Herman. My brother could do that Pee Wee's laugh. Funny story. Um, I'm trying to think of a funny story. Well, when I had that foot surgery, they put 3 screws to hold the Achilles tendon in place, but one of them came loose, so I literally have a screw loose. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm trying to think of any, funny, really hilarious, funny. Hmm. Marcos, yeah, I got screws in my foot. It's my Franken foot. Yeah, they had to use screws in there. So I really can't think of anything really hilariously funny. A story of my life. I don't know. Um, I am a robot. That would be weird, Marcos. I can't imagine. That's like some sci-fi stuff there. Bye. Bye, Mr. Carey. Oh, man. I wouldn't want to be a robot. Oh, shoot. Well, I think it's getting time to end the stream for this time, for this week, for this edition of Saturdays with Skywalker and my left foot. So, until next time, I will let you know when I'm going to have that tag sale, because I won't be streaming that Saturday. But I'll let you know in my community post. Okay. Bye, Martin. Bye, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Love you all. My foot says, bye-bye, everybody. Good to see you here. Have a vegan-tastic day or night, wherever you are. Take care of yourself. Okay? Toodles! Oh, boy. Yeah. My co-host. My left foot is my co-host. At least I'm not a hobbit with a hairy foot. Toodles. Yep. I'm glad I can crack people up. Toodles, total. Yeah, totals. Bye, everybody. May the force be with you. May the farts be with you. And may the foot be with you. Oh, boy. So, bye. Take care. Over and out.